What's going on, guys? Your boy Rome Legacy back again with another video. Yes, we back again, and we're here. We're finally here. We got Gormand Fragrances we're talking about. Welcome to He Smells Like Rome, where we talk about niche fragrances, y'all. We talk about designer fragrances sometimes, but mostly we focus on these luxury fragrances that are hard to find and aren't talked about in the fragrance community and YouTube. So if you're looking for that type of content where you're gonna get some extraordinary fragrances, some rare luxury niche fragrances, this is the place to be. All right, this is gonna be my favorite Gormand fragrances. And those who know about Gormand fragrances, those are fragrances that are typically associated with desserts, sweet, sexy, and delicious types of notes and scents, and when it comes to olfactory overloads. And I say that to say, these are the type of fragrances that we love in the fall and the winter, because you want those delicious, sweet fragrances that remind you of your favorite desserts, or maybe your favorite drink, or something that tastes or smells really sweet. Now, I don't mean sweet in a way that's going to be cloying or annoying. Now, something that smells delicious. All right. So with that said, let me show you some of the fragrances I have that I consider some of my favorite Gormand fragrances in my collection. And I want you guys to pick these up. All right, let's go. All right, we're gonna start this off with a banger. Right out the gate, we coming with a fantastic fragrance, a new fragrance in my collection, and a new fragrance to the fragrance community. This is from Resinous, and this is Gingerbread Latte. And this is basically ginger latte. And if you see my review, this fragrance took me on a different type of journey when it comes to Gormand fragrances. This smells like ginger tea, green tea, and a latte that is iced or frozen or chilled. And the smell comes off very, very subtle, but you can almost taste it when you spray this fragrance. If you've ever had a ginger latte, you know that it can be slightly sweet, slightly spicy, but with this one, they have a milky undertone mixed with this latte effect. This thing smells delicious. Light, sweet, creamy, and if you like green tea and latte, you definitely need to get this in your collection. And the reason I say it's light with a little bit of that ginger spice, fantastic for the summer. But a delicious Gormand fragrance, gotta get it. Gingerbread Latte from Resinous. Let's go ahead and check out the next one. All right, the next fragrance I want to talk to you guys about is one of the best coffee fragrances I've ever experienced. Everybody knows about Montel's Intense Cafe. We have so many different variations of coffee fragrances, but this one right here is one of my favorites, probably in my top 3. And this one is in this category of being a delicious gourmand because this has a sweet nuance when it comes to the coffee side. That is from Motif Olfactive, and this is Itoma Izuma. Now, this fragrance not only has a unique sweetness to it, but the coffee note almost smells like chocolate and coffee, right? But what makes this so unique, in my opinion, is that the coffee comes from Africa. So this note is a smell that, if you ever heard Oz talk about this fragrance, is a childhood memory from when he lived in his village in Africa. And the coffee they used to brew back then smelled like this. So this has a darker, sweeter, more, slightly spicy tone to it, but it almost has a charred kind of chocolate note that's mixed with this brewing coffee. Fantastic, smell delicious, and borderline beast mode. This is one of those fragrances I definitely wear when it comes to winter and I want to smell sweet, I want to smell you know, sexy, and also one of the ones that caused so many conversations because the coffee note is extreme. You haven't smelled anything like this. So, want to get this in your collection? This is fantastic. Gourmand fragrance that will blow your mind. Yeah, let's go on to the next one. Now, this next one, this is a gem. This is one of my fragrances I try to keep to myself. I really don't want to talk about it a lot. You don't even hear me even speak about it when I, talk about fragrances on Instagram, or even some of my fragrances that I truly, truly enjoy. But I can't keep this one a secret. Some of you guys know about it. This is from Robert Piguet, and this is V Intense. Oh my goodness. It's just bringing back memories of how great this fragrance smells. If you want a delicious, sweet, floral plum fragrance, look no further. Look no further, y'all. This is a delight. This is such a treat when it comes to floral meets sweet meets fruit. The combination of this plum note that almost smells close to being like a wine, mixed with this sweet rose, combined with some of the lightest, most airy, aromatic florals you'll ever come across. This is a gem, and this is one of my little precious secrets that not many people are gonna go and check this out. One, because the bottle is very simplistic. It doesn't strike you as, oh, this is great. The name is very, kind of boring, V Intense. But when you get your nose on this one, your mouth will immediately start to water. That's how great this smells. You're welcome. Let's go to the next one. All right, all my Latino followers, y'all need to get on this one. Now, not only my Latinos, everybody need to get on this one, because if you're looking for a spicy fragrance that took a chance on creating something unique and timeless, this is one you have to get. This is from Marquez, and this one is Anima Doces. Ooh-wee. Man, when I tell you, I was blown away from this fragrance first sniff. I brought this fragrance in the middle of June in the summertime, and the notes of this would have made most people run for the hills. And not saying it doesn't smell great, it smells fantastic, but in the summertime, wearing a Mexican chocolate fragrance mixed with this hot chili spice would not be something that most people would, want to wear in the summer. And for me, I'm crazy like that. This thing is one of the most unique, most desirable fragrances I've ever come across. Delicious is an understatement. This dark cocoa, cacao / chocolate note mixed with this Mexican chili. You gotta get your nose on this. This might be my scent of the day tomorrow. This is so fantastic. This lasts all day. You'll smell like a dessert all day. And man, when I tell you, I want to smell myself. I'm literally doing this every time I put this on, because I just love having that with this fragrance. And to be honest, this doesn't have a really big complex breakdown. It literally just smells like sweet chocolate, spices, and chili pepper. But it's fantastic. Get this in your collection. You will not regret it. It's a banger. Let's go to the next one. Now, I can't leave my honey lovers out of the mix. I am obsessed with honey. I love the note of honey. It just has to be done right. And when I tell you Bodacita Victoria's did it right. This is Bodacita Victoria's Intense. Now, not only is this an unbelievable honey fragrance, but the name is 100% accurate. Intense is what this is. An intense warm honey combined with some of the most exotic floral notes you will ever come across. This is one of the fragrances that I would say will smell amazing on both sexes, men and women. Equally, I've smelled this on some of the guys that I know that's into niche fragrances, and when I'm smelling it on them, I'm like, man, I'm wearing this tomorrow. That smells so good. I smell it on a female, I'm like, man, I might have to get a backup bottle because I'm running low on mine. The honey is so resinous, sticky, warm, sweet. Not only does it make me think of like a honeycomb with the honey dripping down, it reminds me, and it might sound kind of weird, but it reminds me of honey mixed in tea. If you ever mix, you ever brewed some tea and you poured some honey in it, but not just like a teaspoon or a tablespoon. You kind of overdose that tea, maybe an Earl Grey tea with honey. This is what that smells like to me. This is my baby. Get it in your collection. You can thank me later. All right, let's move right along. This next fragrance is one of the more harder fragrances to get. This is a fragrance house that is super niche, super luxury, and it's based in London. And this fragrance here is a gourmand take on a oud fragrance, and that is Royal Llama by Gormand Fragrances. Now, this is seriously complex when it comes to considering this a gourmand, because not only does it have the sweet nuances that remind me of dessert, but also has this funkiness that reminds me of oud and hazelwood, right? So we have toffee, we have caramel, we also have a bouquet of florals that liven this fragrance up, but the oud and the dry down are what makes this fragrance so unique, so desirable, and complements the almost bakery-like smell in the beginning. I am so overwhelmed with happiness when it comes to this fragrance, because nothing puts a smile on my face like this fragrance, especially when I'm not in a good mood. I'm in one of those moods that I'm not just feeling, myself. I'm going for this, spraying it on, and it immediately puts a smile on my face. Delicious, woody, and exotic. One of the best gourmand fragrances in my collection. Get it? Royal Llama by Gormand Fragrances. All right, got some more for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this, man. I really wanted to give you some unique gourmand fragrances, not the typical ones that we always see, we always hear about. I want something exotic, something rare, and something that's gonna make your mouth water and remind you of something beautiful. And I'm not just speaking to the guys, ladies, everything I'm talking about here is unisex. There's not one fragrance I'm speaking about that only is made for men. No, get your nose on these, ladies. Y'all, you can thank me also. All right, moving along to the next one. All right, next up, this is a fragrance house, one of my favorite Italian fragrance houses. And yeah, you guys, I need to get on this one. This is Mentally Rosa, and this is ID, or ID. All I have to say is incense and cinnamon. Smoky nuance, slight smoke, but the cinnamon in this fragrance just reminds me of French toast. Yes, I'm saying it, French toast. Now, the cinnamon doesn't have a sweetness to it, but it creates this illusion of a sweetness. And I know you guys can understand what I mean. This warm combination of incense and cinnamon and these woody tones almost smell like baked bread creamy sandalwood and this incense and cinnamon combination just paints a picture of French toast. You can put whatever you want on the top, but just the French toast, not the maple syrup, not the butter, not the jam, nothing, just the smell of the bread and the cinnamon and this warm, spicy aspect. This is one of, if I ever do, my fragrances, or how you say, my fragrances for life, or my top 10 fragrances for life, best believe this fragrance is going to be in there. Delicious concoction, one of the best fragrances in my collection. Get it. Id from India Rosa. Let's go on to the next one. Now, I've talked about this fragrance that I'm about to show you guys for years and years and years. And I keep telling you guys to get this in your collection because if you're looking for a drink, if you're looking for a fragrance that represents one of the most prestigious, regal drinks you'll ever come across, this is the fragrance to get. Fragria 1833. This is Chiquella, I think that's how you say it, or Chiquella. I'll put the name up, of course. But Boozy fragrance. Cacao, Boozy rum note, chocolate, and some of the softest spices you will ever get your nose on. I'll say it again, this fragrance was created to represent a drink that the Aborigines and the Aztec used to drink maybe 400 or 500 years ago. And only the upper class or the royalty of that nation was able or allowed to drink that beverage. And if the locals or the poor ever got caught creating it or drinking it, they would be arrested or killed. That's how, renowned and special this fragrance or the drink was. So, if you're looking for something delicious, chocolate, sweet, and boozy, and one of the rarest and unique smelling fragrances, you gotta get this one. Absolutely stunning fragrance. I'll give you a tip though. I'll give you something that I don't tell a lot of people. The first time you wear it, oh, that smells unique. The second time you wear it, oh, that smells unique. Wow, it smells even better. By the third time you put this on your skin, you're going to be in love. I don't know what happens, but something opens up and all the notes just hug you the right way. Yep. Once again, you're definitely going to thank me for this one. Let's go ahead and check out the other ones. Now, this is the only brand that has 2 fragrances in it because I think they deserve their props. I think they deserve to be on this list of delicious gourmand fragrances. And I wouldn't put them on there if they weren't something that just proves to me every time I wear it, I'm looking or I'm just in the mood for something delicious. This is one of the best fragrances created in the last 2-3 years. And this is Amber Mill from Gormand Fragrances. Raspberry, vanilla, honey, rose. Yes, all of those great nuances. But a sweet, jammy, tropical raspberry combined with a soft, decadent, delicious vanilla combined equally with this delicious melted caramel. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness. Stunning, mouth-watering, breathtaking perfume. Trust me when I tell y'all, getting this in your collection, you're probably going to use half of this bottle in a year. That's how addictive it is. Gormand Potts did a fantastic job on this. If you're looking for some more niche, really rare fragrances, this one you gotta get in your collection. That's it. I'm not gonna say no more about it. Trust me, this is a banger. Let's go ahead and check out the last two. Now, I was talking about French toast before, right? The other fragrance I was telling you about. Now, I broke down some drink fragrances that smell delicious, foodie fragrances, dessert. This is breakfast in a bottle. And this is from Sense of Wood. This is praline and maple. Anytime I wear this, I'm making some pancakes or I'm asking my wife to get me some pancakes. This smells 100% accurate to a morning breakfast. Waffles, maple syrup, or praline, or a mixture of maple syrup and caramel. This is one of the best fragrances I've ever got my nose on. Not just best gourmand fragrances. Are you listening to me, y'all? One of the best fragrances I've ever smelled in my entire life, my entire fragrance career. It checks all the boxes. Not gonna speak so much about it. I'm not gonna talk your heads off. Just trust me, if you want a gourmand fragrance that smells like breakfast in a bottle, get this one. It's fantastic. Let's go ahead and check out the last one. So the last fragrance I want to talk about is, without any question, my favorite gourmand fragrance. That is from MDCI, Les Indices Squelon. Cecile Zarokian created this beautiful fragrance. We're not talking about dessert. This smells like a bakery. It smells like a holiday dessert. Just anything you want to create in your mind when it comes to dessert-like smells, this is it. One of the best cinnamon fragrances, caramel fragrances, bread fragrances, anything that smells like a cake, this smells like, but soft, delicate, not overbearing, delicious, and no one talks about it. I'm telling y'all, this is a gem. Get it in your collection. This is one of the best and one of my favorite fragrances of all times when it comes to gourmand fragrance. That's why it's number one. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this gourmand take, my favorite gourmand fragrances. Get them in your collection. Like I said before, you can thank me later. Till next time, like I always say, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll check you guys out later. Till then.